The theme of today has been aggression from him. He's been staking on 2 base a little bit more than usual. And it's him doing it again in this game.
Zest looking really focused here in the booth. Seems like a little bit angry even at this point. So we're going to jump straight into game number 3 on Iron Fortress right now.
Push it.
Down here in the bottom left in the red, our Terran player winning that last game in very Maru fashion. It is Maru.
Down here in the bottom right, we do have the Protoss player, Zest, the aggressive one, the muscle toss.
Muscle toss, chisel toss. I have to say, him and Stats looking pretty tired today.
Yeah.
Kind of frazzled. You know what I mean?
Bit of frazzled.
Like they haven't slept in 2 days and they were out drinking the night before. And like,
I didn't think they were doing that.
I don't think they were actually doing that, but it just looks that way to me. And maybe they're just practicing really hard. Actually, I would say they were definitely practicing very hard, and that is the reason. But
quite possibly. But I mean, he's done well so far. I have not been like unimpressed with how Zest is playing today. So far, he showed great games, great decision-making game 1, and a pretty interesting style game too. Just didn't work out against Maru. I don't think it ever would, unless it does some critical damage as Maru's going for a drop or something.
Yeah.
Just doesn't have the units at home to deal with him. But
I said it before. I think it's just Zest. He doesn't want to go in a straight-up game against Maru. He wants to get like very slight advantages in a very non-standard way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best choice for a lot of these Protoss players. There's not many, if any, that can really just sit there and play out a macro game against Maru and have effective trades against his bio drops again and again.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one. That's me.
That's you?
Yeah, I have the flag.
You're standing on top of the Protoss units. I think that's a stalker.
That's what I do, man. Do you see a Reaper opening this time around for Maru? So he wants to get the scouting out. He's going to find it straight off the bat as well. Great positioning for Maru, by the way. He's got a straight flight path into that main base from his. And it's going to make things a little bit harder for Zest. He's going to have to be on top of his defense.
Yeah. At the same time, though, if Zest is going to go super aggressive on this map, it's not the worst spawn for him. Can get over to Maru's base pretty fast. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what kind of build he does go for.
Yeah, I certainly can imagine him being aggressive on this map. Maybe he's going to be a Stargate. Maybe even Phoenix.
You think so?
I'd like people to try more Phoenix against Zest. It's a pretty hard sort of style to do, but when it's done right, it looks so strong. You can cash out so many units on the map. If Maru goes for those big drops and Phoenix are there, nothing's getting away.
It's just so hard, because you have to have your Phoenixes in the perfect position. You have to be on top of that so much. It's really hard to get much vision, too, because you need to get out those Colossi with the Phoenixes. You're not going to make that many observers. It's a lot of gas.
Yeah, that is true. Phoenix also going to do well against mine drops, though. I mean, picking up mines before they can plant. And
is there going to be another Dark Shrine here?
Oh, man, it might just
be.
I think it has to be this far up. And we are already seeing that Twilight go down, half done. So I think it's just going to be that very quick DT Shrine.
Once again. And my question here for Maru is, Zest has done a couple crazy builds in a row. Are you going to play safe? Or are you just going to sit back here on 3 bases and just, try to hold off everything with just scans?
Well, so far, he is making that 3rd CC, so he is going to be greedy, but he will have those extra scans, which should help out unless he invests all his energy into those mules. We should see an engineering bay come down sometime soon as those 3 racks finish up. And a bunker at the front. Just about when, because this is going to be coming in very soon.
Yep. The Reaper's going to come in here. So far, Zest doing a pretty decent job of denying the scout, but you will see the entire natural, and uh-oh.
Oh, that one last shot saves the day. Can you imagine what happens if he gets around the back there, sees the Twilight unupgrading?
Yeah. We've been pretty brutal, but he's going to see it now with the scan.
No.
That's what we were talking about.
That's it. He's going to get ready for the bunker. Needs an engineering bay. Hasn't decided on it just yet there.
There it is.
All right. Kind of scary. Might be a little too late. He's going to have to invest in some scans. Let's see if he saves up.
Look at the forward pylon here for Zest. It is right there at the third base. It's almost as if the observer is listening to me, Moonglade.
Yeah, it is so close.
Is that Funka in the booth? Here we go. DTs coming in.
Oh, no. He hasn't been paying attention either, and there we go. You know, all he had to do was pay attention and look at the blur, go for the scan, and he should have been fine. This is a bit of a disaster now.
Well, he's going to get one DT here, and he is going to get that missile turret down at the natural, it seems.
Yeah, he's got a second scan available. He's just got to get in position for this DT. Not deciding to commit to it just yet. And he should be able to stabilize from here. Just a little bit of damage, not too much. Only 4 SCVs, but a lot of mining time lost.
Yeah. But after all, is it really going to be worth it? I mean, we got the Terran on 3 orbitals here. I think you got to do a little bit more damage than that. If you're going to commit all the way to going up to DT tech and then making 2 DTs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's always going to be that presence on the map now, so defensively, it's a great move. Like, he's going to have to scan again when he leaves his base. He's going to have to scan again if he wants to, you know, drop and maybe continue the drop, because DTs will just get warped in there as well. You're going to see a DT drop into the main base, but there is the turret finishing up there. And there's nearly 1 scan available in the main as well.
Oh, here come the DTs. 2 of them into the main. But the missile turret does finish. And the bio is in position, so he doesn't know about this. Zest just going to have to fly away.
Yep. Fly away from there. You do see combat shields and Sim finishing up as well. And Maru making a pretty scary army here. He's going to be moving out the map.
Coming back, trying to get a supply depot, but that missile turret in a fantastic spot, actually. The detection goes all the way out to his farthest away building. And I think it can cover pretty close to that mineral line, too. So
yeah, brilliant placement for the observers. You see Zest knows where everything is right now. Another Dark Templar going to be working on this army. Doesn't get the kill, though. Ooh, that's bad.
Yep, no concussive shells just yet. He does have combat shields, though, and stim for this army. He's going to try to focus down this Nexus. Maybe bait out the Protoss units. There is 1 Colossus out here.
Finally gets a shot off, and it doesn't really seem like much of a chance here to get too much done. And these Templar are doing even more work.
Yeah. Really nice damage here. Going to get a supply depot and just fly away. And no medevacs out here just yet from Maru with the builds he went for, so that pressure going to be pushed back for now.
Yeah, this is like the latest we've ever seen Maru go for medivacs, I got to say. He's certainly very late medivac build. He's teching up very slowly, getting this bio out far before anything like that happens.
This is so annoying for Maru to deal with this many DTs on the map. Zest multitasking so far in this game has been pretty nice. Continuously going for those drops. And even going to come in here and try to deny this CC from landing. Going to force out another scan.
Yeah, so many of these units from Maru are pretty weak just because of overstimming and nothing else. Like the ones in the natural, the ones at the third base. Like there's so much damage being done. Like he's going to need multiple medivacs to even just heal his army, because, you know, I doubt there's even going to be enough healing from 2 currently.
We were talking about this before, how it's kind of hard for Protosses to get that third base on this map, but if you go for this heavy of DT harass and you put that Terran really on the back foot, I suppose you can get it out.
Yeah.
Especially with the build that Maru went for, where he really can't do his style of, you know, consistently dropping the base, going for Nexus snipes, going for Colossi snipes. I mean, Zest's already up to 3 Colossi at this point.
Yeah, and only now are we're seeing a second starport finish up pretty quickly with the reactor already attached to it. So he's going to have potentially, you know, the required production for Vikings if he wants to go into that. But man, that's going to be weird to see Maru make Vikings, and I'm not comfortable with that at all.
Makes me very uncomfortable, Moonglade. I'm getting itchy right now. I don't want to see this.
No, I mean, I don't know. It's the first time we're going to see Maru make Vikings in a very long time. He's so used to just going for the drop style and just destroying his enemy early.
Yeah.
Zest has really forced him into a new place in this game. And his last few games, like, you normally see Maru play like this.
Yeah, you really don't. It's pretty cool to see from Zest. Seems like he's really studied Maru at least. After knowing that he had to go up against him in the first match, I mean, it's essentially what you have to do. And Maru now trying to put on the harass there, maybe try to snipe a gas, but not able to do so just yet.
No. Scary Colossus count here. Double upgrades as well for Zest. Archons are being made and 5 more gateways, so his bases are up and running. He's looking for a fight soon. He's in a great place to do it. Now charge on the way too.
Yeah. You know, the one thing that Maru never really had the time to go for was drops in the main. You were talking about the positions here for Maru. Like, the dropping into the main would be so huge. You know, you could get a lot of damage done. You can really pull that army out of position, maybe even go for another follow-up drop at the third once the army comes all the way back on the main. But Maru, just his low counts of medevacs, the very late starports, he never really was able to do it. Maybe he's going to decide to go for it now.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that. We just haven't seen him try for it at all.
There's nothing there. There's 2 forges. You got, like, so much tech in there as well, and the entire Protoss army is up at that third base.
Yeah, that robo facility is just waiting to be picked off, but Maru deciding not to go for drops this time. Not yet, at least. I think he must be soon, but it's kind of like he's afraid of an attack coming his way, so he's just keeping his army nearby.
Yeah, something's definitely going on for Maru. This is definitely not that Maru kind of style we've been used to. Factory going to fly out here. He is going to see the Warp Prism.
Look at that army. That is a huge amount of Colossus. Currently sitting at about 6. Look at 6. So many charge lots. About to have their upgrade. 2-2 on the way. Not going to be there just yet, but they're even in upgrades right now. And a lot of Vikings for Maru currently, though, and he's waiting to get that command center up. Maybe going to be a planetary. Has to be careful. This is going to be such a hard fight for him. He's still waiting for Ghost to come out.
Yep. Look at how many Stalkers and Archons are in the mix, too. Like, even with a very high Viking count at this point, you get a good blink, good positioning, and 6 Colossi. You know how long it takes to take down 6 Colossi? Even with 15 Vikings, like, he needs to hit some really perfect EMPs.
Yeah, EMPs and great positioning. Maybe on the left side there. Oh, Mothership. Big mistake, but gets some time warp.
Oh, the War Prism, too.
No. Massive misplays there, but looks like these Ghosts are looking for the money EMPs. They might find them. It's a hot forward.
Where the EMPs, they hit a lot of the Zealots here. The Zealots should go down pretty fast, but all the stuff in the back is not going down. A lot of Stalkers remain.
Yeah, a lot of Stalkers remain. A couple of Colossus have gone down, but still more than enough AoE to deal with this. The Viking count is so low right now.
Ooh, but he does take out that third Colossus. 3 more remain. Is there enough bio to defend against this Protoss attack?
Well, they're so low right now, but he's making very good use of the SimCity. And all the buffering is nearly gone for the Protoss. That's going to have to move back and warp in more Zealots. 10 more on the way.
Oh, man, that could be a pretty nice warp in. If those Zealots get in the front and begin to tank, there's still 3 Colossi remaining. One of them is extremely low at this point, on about 10 health. Yeah, the rest of them do have pretty good health here, but
such a hard fight here. But still, you know, it's not over just yet. Another big warp in might be the key, though. And that is about 7 DPs coming in now. This is a big problem.
He's going to force that third base to lift even.
Oh, he's going to evac, head towards that natural here, wait for more Vikings. He needs about 4 to 6 more to really deal with these Colossus easy enough. And oh man, 3 more Archons.
I love the dramatic zooms, Moonglade.
Yep. 4th base going up for Zest now as well. So yep. Zest is miles ahead.
He really is. At this point, we got 4 Colossi to 4 Vikings. So many Stalkers remain on the ground, 16 of them. Just the gigantic amount of gateways and how early Zest was able to get that third base with absolutely no pressure, no punishment from Maru makes this attack just so hard to deal with.
Yeah, well, here we go. This might be the final stand for Maru. He does have a fantastic concave here, but too many Colossus at the back door, not taking any damage.
Yeah, way too much stuff here for the Protoss. The big blink forward, going to take out so many of these Vikings in the air. Big warp and a Zealots, and GG Zest defeats Maru in a best of 3. Not what I was expecting, Wade.
No, this is a rare occurrence. Maru going down to a Protoss like this. Zest came into this very prepared. He looked fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Maru looking like a little bit of a different style there. Not the same kind of hardcore bio-aggression and the drops that we're used to. Instead, going into Vikings, you know, after being slowed down at the start by DTs. Frustrating game, no doubt. And now he's going to the losers, man. He's going to be up against Stats, another Protoss player.
Yeah. And I'm sure Stats was watching that game and saying, okay, you know, maybe I can just do what Zest did. He's on the same team with Zest. I'm sure those guys talked a lot about how to deal with Maru in this group. Are we going to see Maru go down in 2 best-of-3s possibly? I think it could happen.
Could happen. It's going to be a pretty upsetting day for a lot of people, though, if that does, including myself, because this guy definitely deserves to make it further in the tournament. He's been the leading Terran for so long now. He won Season 1 of SBENU Star League. Not out of it yet, though. You know, he can come back in that loser bracket.
He definitely can. It's really just going to be up to if he can execute from there, you know, up against Stats. But guys, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.